Today, we're pitting two of the most fearsome hunters the world has ever known against each other. Utahraptor and Smilodon. These two predators may look extremely different, but they actually occupied very similar niches within their respective ecosystems. They both hunted large prey, and used highly specialized weapons to do so. While they were the apex predators of their home territory, because they lived tens of millions of years apart from each other, they'd never have encountered each other in history. That is, until today. Utahraptor lived during the early Cretaceous period, roughly 130 million years ago. It hunted in territory that would eventually become the western United States. While it packed a set of razor-sharp teeth, its true lethality stemmed from the 9-inch sickle claw on its foot. With a series of rapid slashes and stabs, it could quickly bring down prey larger than itself. After the extinction of the dinosaurs, mammalian superpredators rose to take their place, and the fiercest among them was Smilodon. Smilodon also hunted large prey, and aimed to kill them quickly, using its own unique weapon, its massive canine teeth. While both predators could certainly muster up a solid burst of speed, neither of these predators were well suited to pursuing their targets for significant lengths of time. Instead, they heavily relied on stealth to get close enough to ambush their prey. This is, in part, why they have shorter legs relative to their body size than other predators. Pursuit hunters have longer legs, which they use to keep pace with prey as they chase it for as long as it takes to tire it out. An example of this from present day would be a predator like the African painted dog. In Smilodon's time, it'd be the dire wolves, and in Utahraptor's time, it'd be Dakotaraptor. Having shorter limbs reduces their ability to run for longer distances, but it does allow them to keep themselves lower to the ground and take advantage of cover more easily. When it comes to fighting, shorter legs are less vulnerable to breakage, so I don't expect either of these predators to be pulling their punches in the fight to come. After a 128 million year journey, Utahraptor is hungry. But she's not the only one. This is Smilodon's territory. There's a lot that's unfamiliar about this place, but the shape of a long-necked creature browsing the treetops still triggers her hunting instincts. Macrauchenia might not have scales like a sauropod, but it'll do fine. Smilodon has gotten within striking range, but unfortunately its ambush will not go according to plan today. A lucky blow, and a lethal one. Utahraptor is victorious this time. Let's take a more in-depth look. So, why did Utahraptor win? To be completely honest, this fight could have easily gone either way. Each of these predators is powerful enough to kill the other in an instant, so a single opening is all it takes to end the fight. Still, I do believe the raptor has an edge here. Smilodon's knife-like teeth are more powerful than the raptor's claws, but they're also much riskier to employ in battle. Landing a strike with them requires the Smilodon to completely subdue its prey first, using its powerful forelimbs. If the animal being subdued has any ability to counterattack, the Smilodon is putting itself in an extremely vulnerable position whenever it goes for a kill. Fossil evidence supports this, Smilodon fossils are riddled with signs of damage. It wasn't uncommon for their teeth to break as the prey struggled to escape its deadly jaws. In contrast, Utahraptor's claws were quite a bit safer to swing with, as they were held far away from the raptor's vitals. Even among raptors, Utahraptor's claws were uniquely powerful. While nearly every type of dromaeosaurid raptor had the signature sickle claw, Utahraptors tended to be flatter and more blade-like. Less useful for puncturing, but more useful for slashing. It's likely that most raptors used their claws for climbing or for holding on to prey, while Utahraptor used its claws to tear into its enemies. Smilodon did have a few advantages in this fight, however. Its furry mane made it difficult for Utahraptor to get a secure grip with its jaws. Utahraptor's weapons were best suited to taking down scaly prey. Meanwhile, Utahraptor's feathered exterior would do absolutely nothing to prevent Smilodon's teeth from piercing its vitals, so it needed to rely on its agility to avoid death. Lastly, it's worth acknowledging that while the two predators were similar in size and weight, Utahraptor was on average a little larger. And although Smilodon was no stranger to subduing large animals, every extra pound of weight makes it ever so slightly more difficult for Smilodon to prevent it from thrashing about as it went for the kill. Which creatures should enter the Anachro-Lab next? Let me know in the comments down below, subscribe so you don't miss it when it drops, and thank you for watching.